What is up, Guru Gang? I'm back. If you are new here, welcome to my channel where I talk all things beauty, fashion, fitness, and wellness. So if that is something that you are into and you vibe with me and enjoy this video, then please double check and make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Today is going to be my Valentine's Day perfume video. Finally, you guys, yes, I'm so sorry it took me so long to get it up. Some of you guys follow me on LTK. We'll have my LTK linked in the description box below. You guys have probably already seen some of these. Like, I made this list weeks ago and posted it on Instagram and shared it with a few of you guys. So I'll put like a little blurb of some of the perfumes on that list on the side, but I'm gonna just talk about a few of those today. I'm not gonna talk about all 40 of those because that would make this video way too long. So definitely check that out as well after you finish watching this video. But if you guys saw my Valentine's Day layering video, which I will link that up top as well, I did mention some other amazing perfumes in that video that I think would be perfect for Valentine's Day too. But in today's video, I'm not going to mention any of those because I just wanted to switch it up. And then, of course, if you guys don't want to do perfumes and you want to do your Bath & Body Works or Victoria's Secret Fine Fragrance Mist, I have a Fine Fragrance Mist video recommendation as well. So I will link that up top, you guys. Most of these will be pretty familiar to you guys if you've been following me for a while, but hopefully you guys can find something new to discover to either go out with tonight, or if you guys have Valentine's Day plans later this week or just date night plans, save this video as a date night reference as well, you guys. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I go as fast as I possibly can and not go super in depth with the notes, just for the simple fact that I don't want this video to be too long. So I will have the notes displayed on the screen and I'll just kind of briefly discuss each perfume and move on to the next. Okay, so we're gonna start from the cheaper priced ones, then work our way up. The first one's going to be a Pink Sugar Red Velvet. So much better than the original Pink Sugar. If you have ever smelled or used Pink Sugar, which I feel like most of us have at some point in our life, I feel like takes out that super burnt caramel note that is in the original Pink Sugar and replaces it with a whipped cream type of vibe. It makes this one so much creamier and smell way more edible to me. And this one is just super sexy because it takes that original Pink Sugar DNA and just adds a creamy, sexy strawberries and cream note to it. I featured this in a fall layering video a few months ago, so I will link that video up top as well. But this one is just perfect for date night, you guys, for the girl who wants to smell sexy but still equally as super sticky sweet. This and the original Pink Sugar honestly does something to the men. The men just love this scent, you guys. So if you have this in your collection, I definitely recommend you bring it out for Valentine's Day. The next perfume is going to be Beyonce's Heat. Y'all, this is another super sexy cheapie that smells amazing. This one has some peach in here, there's some macaroon in here, there's almond, there's tonka bean, there's amber. Like, this is sexy, you guys. And this one pairs really well with peach prosecco macaroon because they both have a peach note and a macaroon note in here. And this one is just so sweet again, but it's also equally super sexy. This one will get you a ton of compliments as well. This is my personal favorite from the Beyonce Heat line. Honestly, every other version that I've had, I've like decluttered and just came back to this one, which by the way, I do have a declutter video coming up. Love this one. Another really amazing, super sexy red dress little cheapie. And then speaking of red dress little cheapies, this is Yes I Am by Cacharel, which by the way, you guys, I'm gonna have all of these perfumes linked in the description box, again, on my LTK, but I will have each one individually linked so you guys can click on whichever one. But this is another super sexy, like berry sweet, lactonic, milky, just super seductive scent. This is definitely my favorite flanker. Well, this was the original Yes I Am, so this isn't a flanker, but there are about 4 other flankers in this line, and this is always my favorite. This is the one that I always come back to. If you guys love those sweet, caramelly, syrupy sweet, any type of berry is just instantly super sexy to me because they're sweet, but they're also a little bit tart. There's just a little bit of a mysterious vibe. If you like a Good Girl Supreme, this kind of reminds me of that, but there's like a little bit more of a creamy, milky factor to it. And hello, it's a freaking red lipstick. Like, Of course, this is sexy, y'all. So yeah, this is Yes I Am by Kasha Rel. This next one is one that we all know and love. This is Ariana Grande's Cloud 2.0. Now, if you guys have the original Cloud, absolutely, you can just wear that one. But I feel like with Cloud and Cloud 2.0, it's one of those things you really have to see what works best on your body's chemistry. And for me, the 2.0 version, I feel like is not as loud on that lavender, and it's a lot creamier and sexy and more grown up to me. Like, if we're comparing them to Baccarat, because everyone has always said Cloud is like the Baccarat dupe, and people will probably think you're wearing Baccarat when you wear Cloud. Original Cloud is like the original Baccarat, whereas Cloud 2.0 I feel like is the Baccarat Extrait, which is known to be sweeter and more seductive. So that is the vibe that I get from this, you guys. It's musky, but it's also super creamy and sweet from that praline, and it's just so good, you guys. This automatically will get you tons of compliments from both men and women, and I promise you, you're going to smell rich, you're going to smell luxurious, and people are going to think that you have on a $500 perfume when you don't. So yeah. This next one is Lolita Limpica. This is the original Lolita Limpica. So when this scent originally released, I was literally in the single digits. Like, I think this came out in like 97 or something like that. But y'all, this is just a classic scent. This is not the original packaging of it. It used to come in like this little apple looking bottle, and this was like a gold stem, but it still smells pretty similar to me. If you guys have never smelled this, this is another staple cheapie in my collection that I will always repurchase. If you are a lover of sweet powdery scents, girl, this is right up your alley, okay? There is star anise in here. There's like licorice. There is orris, which is super powdery, violet, which is super powdery, and praline. There's vanilla, and I think what makes this even sexier, you guys, is the fact that there is cherry in here. So this is a super powdery gourmand scent, but it also reminds me of the smell of like old school cosmetics, like how lipsticks used to smell super sweet. That is the smell that I get from this. So if you love the smell of like makeup from like way back when it used to smell like really sweet and good, that is what this gives me. And it just literally smells like if you have on a bright red lip. Like, this is the fragrance that I would imagine myself wearing. So again, definitely a staple in my collection. The next one is Guess Seductive Red. Now, this one and the Seductive Noir would be perfect Valentine's Day scents, but the reason I selected this one over the Seductive Noir is because this one opens with cherry, almond, and pink pepper, I believe, and then it dries down to like amber, tonka bean, all of the really good things. But to me, you guys, this one literally smells like a cherry version of Cloud, okay? And I just automatically assume cherry scents, rose scents, like those type of scents just put me in the mindset of Valentine's Day. So like I just said earlier, Cloud is obviously a great Valentine's Day and everyday scent. Think about having one that doesn't smell exactly the same does something for me, because you still get a little bit of that Cloud DNA, but adding in the cherry and the almond, just turn this up a notch. This is definitely like an easy to wear Valentine's Day scent if you are going out with your friends, or if you're doing a more casual date night, something like that. Super affordable cheapie, you guys, is Rihanna's Rebel Floor Love Always. In high school, you guys, wore the original Rebel Floor down to the ground, girl. Like, that was like my first like sexy smelling perfume that I used to wear, like when I was breaking out of my Bath and Body Works, and I was like, okay, I want to start wearing some sexy stuff. I was trying to get attention, girl. This was the first one that I wore. But I wore the original. The Love Always one smells so much better than the original to me. Could be a little bit like suffocating at times, but this one I believe has like an added note of coconut in here as opposed to the original. So this one is just one of those super sexy, mysterious, like man killer, black dress, black high heels, sky high type of vibes. This is another one that will get you so many compliments from men. Like, girl, you put this on, you are trying to get a man, okay? If you don't already have one, girl, you trying to get one, okay? So, girl, if I was going out tonight, like if I was going out with my girls on Valentine's Day, I would definitely wear this, because this would be one of those scents that would for sure get somebody to come up to you and ask for your number, girl, okay? Yeah, next scent on my list, you guys, is Elie Saab's Girl of Now. This is another fragrance that literally brings men to their knees, girl, okay? This is primarily a pistachio vanilla type of scent. If you have ever smelled the Cheirosa 62 from Sol de Janeiro, this reminds me of that, but in a more syrupy, sweet way. So it takes out a lot of that salty, summery pistachio and really just amps it up and turns it into like pistachio syrup, like pistachio ice cream. Y'all, this just smells so good. There's also orange blossom in here, which is another one of my favorite florals. So adding in like a pistachio syrup and orange blossom, it's just so sexy sweet. It can be a little artificial smelling, so if you're not into artificially smelling sweet scents, this is definitely not for you. But if you are a gourmand girl like me, this is definitely one that I recommend you have in your collection. Out of all of the flankers, this is definitely my favorite one because it's just the sweetest and the most decadent and delicious smelling. The next one needs no introduction. Little Miss Valentino Donna, born in Roma. Y'all already know her. Y'all love her. We all love her. At least not everyone, okay? We can't all like everything, but this is just one of the most crowd-pleasing scents that has like taken over the internet in the past couple of years, and rightfully so, okay? Because this is a super sweet, sexy fragrance. Again, there is a little bit of bergamot in here. There's a little bit of pink pepper. There's some berries. It's just so sexy and sweet at the same time, you guys. Something about the mixture of like fruits and pink pepper together, it just automatically amplifies it and makes it smell grown, but at the same time, it makes it smell sweet and just mysterious at the same time. It's so hard to explain, girl, but this is just, she's a vibe. She's a vibe that I cannot deny. Also, there is an intense version, which I have a full review up on my channel, so I will link that up top in the cards if you are interested. If that review appeals to you, then the intense would also be a great date night option as well. Next one on my list is Versace Crystal Noir. This is the Eau de Toilette. I have no knowledge and have never purchased the eau de parfum, so I don't really know the difference, to be honest with you, but this is another woody, slightly spicy, creamy, powdery scent. There is a little bit of sandalwood, there's some musk, there's some amber, there's some peony, orange blossom, y'all. Like, this has all of the sexy notes in it basically, and rightfully so, because this is another man magnet. I feel like for sure is like in the top 5. Like, if you are trying to make a man beg for your attention, girl, this is definitely one of those scents. She's super sultry and seductive. This definitely gives me like grown woman type of vibes, okay? You are a boss. You are trying to take control of that room. And I just love this one, you guys. This one is a forever repurchase for me. Like, Versace is just a classic fragrance house. I can make like a fragrance wardrobe just from Versace scents alone, like literally something for every single occasion. I might actually do that, by the way, because yeah, I feel like I just have the most complete collection from their house. So for your sexy date night scent, girl, Crystal Noir Eau de Toilette, she's the one. The next one is going to be Coach Dreams Sunset. Now, this one is a little unconventional when you think of a date night scent, but we don't all want to smell super sexy and sultry and seductive. So I feel like this is the perfect Valentine's Day scent for the girl who wants to smell sweet, but a little bit closer to like the fresher side, the powdery side. Like, again, if you like those lipsticky, powdery type of scents, this definitely reminds me of that. This opens up with, I believe, like pear ice cream or something. So this is a pear fragrance, which I love. And it's just super creamy, lactonic, but it's also powdery and sweet and vanillic. This would also just be a perfect spring or summer scent as well. I feel like this is just a perfect year-round scent, but this definitely gives me Valentine's Day vibes, and this lasts forever on me. This one just smells so amazing. If you love a good sweet powdery scent, girl, I definitely recommend you check this out, and you can pick this up from Ulta. Next one's going to be the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. This is another one that I've talked about on my channel here a few times, but this is another pear fragrance, you guys. This is a woody caramelized pear scent, okay? Like, there's a little bit of vanilla and there is a touch of rose in there, which I personally feel like makes this smell a little bit more mature and sexy and seductive. But this is one that I definitely recommend if you have a Sephora in your area, you don't blind buy and you try it out first. I feel like this wears so sweet on my skin, y'all, and it lasts eternal. It lasts ages on me and on my clothes, and this is one that I always get compliments on, and it literally just, the longer that it ages, it smells way better each time that I wear it, y'all. Like, I'm probably about to throw this on right now, but this is another one of my favorite gourmand scents. That pear and that caramel, it just goes together so well. It smells like a pear pie or something. It just smells so good, y'all. Like, oh, this is just such a delicious date night scent. Love this one. Speaking of pear pie, of course, I could not do this video without talking about Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. This is another classic pear scent, but this is the sexy grown-up pear, okay? This is a pear floral scent, but it is also super sweet and gourmand smelling. I feel like this is a perfect blend of florals and gourmands in a way that smells feminine, seductive, sexy. And this is one that you will always get compliments on. I really don't know why I don't wear this one as much. Honestly, because when I'm in the mood for something of this scent profile, I usually do wear Vanilla Woods, but this one is sexy, okay? I think part of the reason why I don't always wear it is sometimes it is super like provocative and just suggestive on me, if that makes sense. So I don't always find the right occasion to wear this, and she's also beast mode, so I don't need to wear a lot. But this is just a beautiful fragrance, you guys, and if you have it, I definitely recommend you pull her out for Valentine's Day. The next one is Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose. You guys may have seen this in my what I got for Christmas video, and ever since I got this for Christmas, y'all, I have been loving this. It just smells so good. Plum, rose. It opens up with this super dark, jammy, sophisticated plum note, but then all of the rest of the notes just kind of come in together and form this super sexy, seductive scent. The first few times that I wore this, I really could not figure out what I felt about it, how I felt about it, but when I tell y'all, the people around me every time I wore this scent were literally in a trance by how good I smelled. Like, and this is one of those scents that even though it's sexy and seductive, it can also be worn every day. So this is definitely one of those perfumes that you could get rid of all of your other perfumes in your collection for, because it just transcends the test of any different like event in your life. And I feel like it just works beautifully for any occasion. Very bright from that plum. I think there's also pink pepper in here, but then there is also vanilla in the dry down, which is what I get most of. I get mostly plum and vanilla. I really do not even get a whole lot of rose, which I feel like they should have taken rose out of the name because I really do not smell it that much. And then there's also some tuberose in here, so it's got like a little bit of that bubblegummy type of vibe. This just smells amazing, you guys. Definitely a 10 out of 10 fragrance. Speaking of bubblegummy tuberose fragrances, the next one is going to be Alien Fusion by Mugler. This is basically a bubblegummy, spicy tuberose take on the original Alien. I feel like if you were someone who felt like the original Alien in the purple bottle was too much for you, this is a perfect replacement for it because it's got that sexy spiciness, because I believe there is ginger in here in the opening, but then the tuberose comes into play and it just smells so sexy and sweet at the same time. This one is really good, you guys. Like, this one is really good. This one is going to be a little bit harder to find, so again, I will provide a link for you guys, but I think I got this from Nordstrom Rack a couple of years ago when it was on clearance. Even if you aren't typically into Mugler fragrances, I definitely think this is one to check out because this is another huge compliment magnet for me. Next one, of course, y'all knew I was not going to do this video without talking about my girl, Burberry Her Elixir. Y'all, this is just, this takes the original Burberry Her and the Burberry Her Intense that was discontinued and combines like the best parts of each of those scents into this creamy, sexy, woody, strawberry, jasmine. Like, this is just so good, y'all. Oh my God. I have on like 40 perfumes, but I really don't even care. Like, this is one of those ones that I can just layer with so many things, because while this does last a while on me and it provides me with a nice scent bubble, I feel like this is a perfect layering scent that I can use as an anchor or as to top something else off, because it's sweet, it's feminine, it's powdery, it's creamy. It's just so good, y'all. Like, I'm just obsessed with this. This is literally like my favorite scent ever from Burberry. Like, it's just amazing. It is amazing. And every time I wear this, I get compliments out the wazoo. I know sometimes we do wear fragrances for compliments, but it just makes it that much more enjoyable when I smell it on myself and I'm like, oh my God, this smells amazing. I really love to experience my fragrances. So this is truly a scent that when I wear it, it puts a smile on my face, and I just love it so much, and it's perfect for date night. Another great date night fragrance, you guys, is Killian's Princess. So if you want something sweet and powdery and marshmallowy that's not too suffocatingly sweet, this is a great option as well. This would be another great Valentine's Day scent because she's sweet, but I wouldn't necessarily call this one super seductive. This has an added green tea note as well that adds a nice little fresh spin on it. And while this one is sweet and powdery and creamy and delicious, I feel like this is one that can easily be worn whether you are going out with friends or you are going out with your boo. Y'all are doing something casual and you want something easy to throw on. Killian's fragrances, sometimes they can be a little specific to when you can wear them because they can be a little suffocating, but I feel like Princess is just such an easy reach from this house. I feel like this is probably the most easy to wear scent from this house if you like more sweet girly fragrances, and definitely like a scent that all the girls need in their collection. Okay, the last one on my list is going to be Giorgio Armani C Intense. Now, if you guys can see, I have barely put any kind of dent in here, and I'm going to tell you why, because it's definitely not because I don't like the scent. This scent is so sexy to me, you guys. Every time I smell it and I'm about to wear it, I'm like, I don't want to wear this. I want to save this for a special occasion. And typically I don't do that with my perfumes, but this is one of those ones that it really feels like I need to be somewhere doing something, handling business, something, girl, something important. This is another super syrupy sweet berry rose scent. It's super mature, but not like in an older woman kind of way, like not like in an elderly woman kind of way, but more of just a woman who knows herself, who knows what she's about, who's confident, who's like doesn't care what people think about her. Like, that is the feeling that is invoked in me when I smell this, and it really just smells like you should be on some sort of like $500 date, girl, like something crazy, like sipping some red wine that's older, you know, red wine that they keep like in the wine cage at the restaurant that they have to go get and open for you at the table. Like, she's just so good, girl. This is definitely my favorite. Well, I won't say this is my favorite sea flanker because my favorite is probably Sea Fiore, but that one's definitely a lot more lighter and whimsical, whereas this one is the complete polar opposite, and she is just a boss, in your face, sexy. Like, this is just so good. This is just so good, and this is just literally like the perfect date night scent. So I'm going to make it my mission to wear this more, you guys, because I just love this scent, and I'm tired of letting it sit in my collection just because I can't figure out when to wear it. I need to just wear it going to the grocery store one day, okay? Just so I can really experience this scent, because it is truly like femininity in a bottle, okay? Okay, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some ideas and some inspiration. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!